Welcome to Gender Talk 211. My name is Eva Lopa, and I am your host. Joining us today is Honorable Engineer Yine Yenki, tech leader, founder of Go Girls ICT, and she also serves as the youngest member of the South Sudan's National Communication Authority Board, championing women in STEM and safer digital spaces. Yine, you are most welcome to the show.
Thank you, Eva.
I can see from your smile that you're really happy to be here.
It's you.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Long overdue.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think you've been on the show, but when we were on radio.
Yes.
And now, finally.
And I replayed that segment last week and I loved it. I was like, oh my God, it's when it's always Eva, there's some kind of energies, positive vibes that I love.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to have you
You're
here. I don't want to miss anything, so I also want to let everyone know that not only are you a member of the board of directors at the NCA, you're also a member of the board of trustees of the University Innovation Pod, that is Unipod at the University of Juba. You're a coordinator for AskNet. And you served before as at the steering committee, and you were appointed by the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and Technology to support the establishment of National Research and Development Council.
Framework. Yes. Yes.
That is a long resume.
No, it's actually very short. I consider it short.
It can be longer.
Yes, it can be longer, Eva. I'm still young. I'm still very young and very energetic, so it can be very long.
You're the youngest on the board of NCA.
So it means I've just done 1%. I still need to do the 99%.
That is only 1%?
I call it 1%.
Let me not look at my resume.
Please don't. Don't.
No, tell me where it all started. Where did the interest in even technology come from?
Oh, God. My life is very crazy. I think it goes back to childhood. I always say my turning point was around primary 5, when I was 10, 11. Primary 5, primary 6. So I was a very shy, I think the shyest child my parents ever had. I was very quiet. I don't speak. Apart from going to school, coming back, that was it. But I think aside being shy, I was also very good at keeping the house in order. So I'm the eldest daughter out of 5, following a brother. So it means your younger siblings by default look unto you. So I had the tendency of being very, very useful in the house, really. From cooking to cleaning, it's like I had a set procedure in my mind. And for me, I think when my late father saw that, he saw that I could actually do more instead of me shying. Because I think it reached a point, even in class, I was feeling like I don't fit in class because I'm not performing. I feel like my grades were, it's like,
it's not matching the energy.
It's not matching. And I'm like, I'm just pushing myself because it's school. But I think that's where my father so keenly observed me and said, for math, because my dad is from the background of science, he interestingly worked then at the Ministry of Telecommunications in Sudan.
Wow.
Yes. So I think from that background, he also observed the kind of child I was, because my dad was the kind of person who was so keen and so inquisitive. So he actually started, every evening he would actually come in and bring your books. Let's do this, let's do that. But I was like, this man, he can't let me be. I've done housework. It's too much. But I think when I reached primary 6 and I received my report card, I'd gotten between 75 and 70. I don't remember the mark, but it was in 70s. That percentage in math changed me. And that was the time I actually realized I was clever. But I was I think I had so many child insecurities. Yes.
It happens like that. It starts like that.
Yes, it happens. So many child insecurities. You know, I was very tall. Eva. Like, I feel like I was very tall, and all the kids in my class were all very short. So I felt like I was very
same
old.
way with me.
I felt like I was very old in my class. And, you know, boys, when they pass out, they're like, grandma. So they would call me grandma, and I was like,
because you're tall?
Because I'm tall and the others are short. So I feel like that calling me of grandma, I felt like I didn't belong. But Eva, from primary 6, it's like everything about my life changed. I started performing in all my, actually, it reached a point, I even didn't know what I want to do, because sciences, I was passing them. Arts, I was passing them. I remember when I reached O-level, around senior 4, because I studied in Uganda.
Yeah.
The agriculture teacher wanted me to be an agriculturalist. The physics teacher wanted me to be an engineer. The CRE teacher wanted me to do CRE.
They were fighting over you.
So everyone was fighting over me to do something. The chemistry teacher was saying, you can be a very good chemist.
So you were even confused at that point.
So I was confused, but interestingly for me, I loved the chemistry. And my love for chemistry was instilled because of my mom. So senior 1, you know, when you come to senior 1, there are so many subjects, and then chemistry was introduced. So when I went home, I don't know, I think I made a comment to my brother. I was like, I hate chemistry. This subject is so hard. I hate it. Imagine senior 1, first term, and you're already saying this subject is hard.
It's too hard.
Yes. And my mom was like, what is that? You hate chemistry, how? What's hard with chemistry? Tell me. Then I said, the teacher was saying luminous and non-luminous flames and this. And my mother was like, that's the simplest thing. So for my mom also loved chemistry, I think in her years. But she was like, look chemistry as a subject that teaches you how to make something. Then she decided to use our kitchen as an example. For example, when you're cooking food, why do you put cooking oil? Why do you put salt?
It's just like being a chemist.
Yes. So
you're mixing ingredients
she
at
was
the end
like,
of the
you're
day.
mixing several ingredients to produce something that is very beautiful. It can be food, it can be medicine, it can be this. So with that, like my mind also changed. I was like, okay, I will try and see in the following term how chemistry will be. And I ended up loving also chemistry because of how my mom interpreted chemistry for me, just in the simplest form.
Yes.
So comes A-level, because I was in Uganda, I said it's a must. Actually, it reached a point I was doing sciences. I wanted to even add agriculture because my agriculture teacher said I was good in agriculture, and I was like, I have to do it. But when I reached A-level, the school that I went to, they told me, no. Chemistry requires a lot of time, math requires time, physics requires time, because I was doing PCM. Then they told me you can stroke it with entrepreneurship. And I was like, I hate commerce. I've always hated commerce. But interestingly, I was passing it. I was like, what am I going to do in entrepreneurship?
You didn't see it at that time.
I know, I didn't see it. What? Not for me.
It's even difficult to pronounce.
Yes, I was like, this is not for me. But anyways, I did it. My results were good, but guess what? When final exams came, my results were not what the school expected, what my dad expected.
You did not fail.
No, I
Flying colors.
No, I didn't. Everyone was asking me, what happened?
What happened? I'm asking you now.
That's a whole complete conversation.
That's a different conversation.
Complete conversation of what happened between those 2 years. So I got my results, but remember in O-level, I passed my sciences very well. So there was this opportunity, and I think that's the time when so many different international fellows, companies were coming in to really source out for talent for young girls who are interested who have done sciences and are interested in exploring the world of art technology. But I call it by accident. By accident, a relative had come to visit us. So he was having a conversation with my dad and was like, oh, by the way, there's this scholarship for girls who have finished senior 4 and have excelled in math. He just said math or any of these science subjects. And this scholarship is by Cisco, and Cisco has collaborated with Makerere University. I don't know if Yine would be interested. But before that, I took my results because I looked at my results from A-level and then the results from O-level. Because I had performed highly, I would still get a good point.
Yes.
So I was offered at one of the universities to do business administration. I said, hell no, I can't do business administration. What am I going to do in business? Me, economics. Entrepreneurship, those are things
You
not
don't
for me.
mesh at all.
I can't. That's like I said, I cannot do sciences for 6 years.
Yes.
And just because my grades at the end didn't come as expected, it doesn't mean that I don't know what I was doing. So when this opportunity came, I said, perfect, I'm in. I applied, I was taken in. So I was given the scholarship.
Wow.
So I find myself in this class, and I only say that was the first time they told us, stand on your computer. I almost ran away.
Not of interest at all.
I was like, now, why is this guy telling us to turn on a computer? Now, it's very interesting. At home, we had a laptop. At home, we had TV. Everyone was touching the laptop. For me, my focus is keep the house clean, keep the kitchen clean. That was it. In fact, I think the other interest of me even going for this course, I feel like it was ignited more by my late father, because he wanted to always listen to Alfred Taban, your late dad.
Oh, that is so nice to hear.
So he was always on either BBC or Al Jazeera. He was very, very keen. Like my dad had a tendency of, BBC, we have this program, Al Jazeera, we have this program. So you would always mark out the programs that are there. But I remember there was a segment by Al Jazeera, and when they call it news flash or like adverts. They're like, at this time we shall have this program.
Yes, yes.
And one of those days, they brought the face of Chimamanda Ngozi.
Oh.
Yes, wait for it. Yes, I was in Form 5.
Chimamanda Ngozi.
I was like, oh my God. Then my dad screamed from the sitting room. He was like, oh my God, Yine, I want you to come and sit for, for this particular. So I said, nah, you should tell my follower, because she was good with the literature and those things of English. I said, that segment is good for her. And he was like, no, Yine, this is for you. I said, no, I can't watch that segment. So we argued. He was like, it is okay, Yine. I know from this time to this time, maybe you'll be in the kitchen, but your food will not get burnt. I want you to come. So when the time for the segment came, I sat with him. I watched Sona. I was asking her, how do they connect that light? What is this? What is that? So how do these things communicate? And he was like, very interesting. I want you to find out for yourself. I laughed. I said, but you're the technical person.
Exactly. He worked at the NCA in Sudan.
Yes,
you should know.
To be fine telecom. And here, where we are saying you're still, I knew my dad as one of the best electricians that ever lived. So I was like, you are the technical person, you should be. You're like, no, I want you to find out for yourself. So for me, with that background, when I was offered this, when this opportunity
the scholarship
came, I was like, maybe let me go and find out for myself what my dad has actually refused to tell me.
Wow.
And here I am today.
Wow. I really did not think that would be the story.
Yeah, very. Yeah, it's always very interesting how different turn of events actually change our career paths, but the things that we love to do.
It tells me a few things that I knew from before. Everyone should listen. All kids, listen to your parents, for one. Education is extremely, extremely important.
It is.
You never know which corner you'll be interested in.
No
But
idea.
education will help you prepare for that.
No idea.
It'll equip you for that.
You see, even my shyness, I don't know how my shyness disappeared. But I think at the age of 17, at the age of 17, I remember, there was this youth program. And for me now, this is for the young girls. Discipline is very important at home. That's for a fact. And for me, my parents, everyone can testify that me, I was a disciplined child. I'm still disciplined.
You're still disciplined right now.
I'm still disciplined.
Yes. Wow. And that confidence took you all the way to becoming a founder as well, which is how I met you. But before we tell the story, let's take a break and we'll be right back.
In South Sudan, beads carry stories. Stories of beauty, pride, and identity. From weddings to celebrations, beads have always spoken our language of culture. At Suk Sukna, meaning our beads, women and girls are bringing this tradition to life again, handcrafting unique designs inspired by South Sudanese and Pan-African cultures. Each bead is more than decoration, it's empowerment. Every purchase supports a woman earning an income, a girl learning a skill, and a family building a future. Whether you want beads for sale, hire, or a custom design, Suksukna offers elegance rooted in tradition. Visit Mamarasaket Village today or contact us on 0921 792 495 or email mamarasaketVillage@gmail.com. Let's wear our culture with pride.
And we're back with tech leader, Honorable Engineer Yine Yenki. I love the sound of Honorable Engineer. Did you ever think that this is where you would be?
Not, I think not even in my afterlife.
At all?
No.
I mean, even
No.
tech and technology came by accident.
Exactly, but I didn't think that one day I would be having such an honorable title.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me about how Go Girls ICT came about.
Oh God, Go Girls. I think let me first tell the story of the name Go Girls.
Yes.
Then the ICT. There was this interesting series called the...
Is it a TV series?
Yes, it's a TV series. Two Broke Girls. I told my friend, come on, we've watched Two Broke Girls. See how these two girls balance out. Like when there is a small win, they celebrate.
Yes.
Why don't you always celebrate? Like when we get results, be like, go, 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 girls. So it's like we're just celebrating.
Got it.
So it will become like a slogan for us.
Yes.
Yes, as girls.
So that's where Go Girls came from.
Yeah, because it was a slogan. So now, when the idea of saying, no, what should we give the name of what we want to start, when I met with Eva. Eva is also another story. When I met
Another
with
Eva, not me.
another Eva. So when I met Eva, we're like, now, which name should we give this initiative? Because I don't know if you know the story of how actually the push came in. Because when I joined the University of Juba, I worked it was not even months. I think it was a week when I had a conversation with the former dean, that was Dr. Lado, about the challenges that I was seeing at the college, and you knew. So I was having that conversation with him, and I had so many questions. So for him, I think he thought that was very brilliant. She's yet to graduate in January the following year, but if she has all these 1,000 questions and she's trying to look for answers and proposing things, I think maybe she would be good for the head department of computer science role. So that was where my appointment came in before I even made a month. But now when that appointment came in...
Which appointment?
Yes, appointment being head department of computers. Appointment being head department of computer science. I almost also fainted. I was like, no, I'm just new. I'm trying to figure out things.
Yes.
And I'm given this responsibility. So the tasks were defined. I was like, okay. But I remember at campus, so me, I had my networks. There was this friend who used to say that when you get into a role and you're given tasks, know that your tasks are beyond the defined roles. That's how he used to always explain roles. He was working with MTN in Uganda, yes. So that was his conversation. So for me, when I was given that, it hit me like I remembered his words. Like the task is just beyond the roles that have been defined for you.
Yeah.
And of course, I was seeing that we actually didn't have a girl in computer science when I began teaching. It was the following year.
None at all?
No, none. We had two who were doing IT. So with that, I remember telling Eva that this is very embarrassing. I can't be head of computer science. And I'm not seeing the girls in computer science because, come on, I know what I did at campus. I know the mark that I left.
Yes.
I passed the Excel, and I wanted to see that where I was working. So we started having like little counseling sessions with the girls, even the ones doing IT. What are the challenges? And would actually come on like, oh, this is how you can structure your life. This is how you can study.
Yes.
So it was more of counseling. So now, during the inauguration of Girls in ICT in 2015 by NCA, we were invited. So I was told, come with a few girls. So I went to first year, second year, picked a few girls. We went. And fifth year, the girls were doing IT. But inside that room, the fact that none of these girls could stand up to speak about the courses they were doing. And yet there were girls who had been brought from primary school, from secondary school with their teachers. I told Eva, me, I can't take embarrassment. They'll be saying University of Juba School of Computer Science and Information Technology is here. And they cannot even talk about what they are doing. I said, Eva, I cannot. I think I spoke for 1 hour and a half, longer than the time I was allocated.
That's a long time. You had a lot to say.
I had to speak from the beginning till the end. I was like, let me pour out my heart, because I think it was at that moment that I realized, you have to be serious. With whatever ideas you have to be serious. You don't need to fear. Because it's like there was no way out. Because I can't take embarrassments. They are not meant for me.
Yeah.
They are not. So when we came back to the university, we now started brainstorming. Now, how do we start this? Which name do we give? So we're in ICT, so something for ICT, something for girls. And Eva almost had a similar story from her side. She also did computer science. So it's like, we're just exchanging notes.
Yes.
Basically. So when it reached time, she was like, which name? I said, my sister. Go Girls. Go Girls used to be my slogan with my friends at campus. And you're like, yeah.
It's already in your mind.
Actually, I love the sound of that, Go Girls. And she was like, ICT initiative. That's it. We are
Wow. That's how we got Go Girls ICT.
Yes.
And it's now one of the most popular ICT initiatives.
We are the
probably even the most funded
I think
ICT initiatives.
Most funded, we need to talk about that.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not looking in your books, but I'm just saying how popular and everything that you're doing.
We've done very great things for this country.
You've done
I can confidently say that.
Yes.
Yes.
And by the way, just for everyone that does not know, the Eva she keeps referring to, the co-founder of Go Girls ICT.
Not this other Eva.
And she's not just Eva, she's engineer.
Thank you.
Eva. Yes.
So we found ourselves.
Okay, so let's take a moment and we'll be right back with this Eva.
In South Sudan, beads carry stories. Stories of beauty, pride, and identity. From weddings to celebrations, beads have always spoken our language of culture. At Suksukna, meaning our beads, women and girls are bringing this tradition to life again, handcrafting unique designs inspired by South Sudanese and Pan-African cultures. Each bead is more than decoration, it's empowerment. Every purchase supports a woman earning an income, a girl learning a skill, and a family building a future. Whether you want beads for sale, hire, or a custom design, Suksukna offers elegance rooted in tradition. Visit Mama Asaket Village today or contact us on 0921 792 495 or email mamaasaketVillage@gmail.com. Let's wear our culture with pride.
Welcome back with Honorable Engineer Yine Yenki, continuing the discussion of how she came about on technology and the digital space.
Thank you, Eva.
I'm really impressed by the story. And like I was telling you during the break, like it's so important to tell the story of just how we all started.
Very important. Yes.
Right, because sometimes, first of all, it's not as easy. Especially with your resume, it's not easy to get to that. You already told us how much you've gone through university, and then also now at the University of Juba here in South Sudan, and the challenges of that as well, and the birth of Go Girls ICT. It all came about because personally, I think it must have been also lonely for you, not having many girls, women around
extremely
in class,
Yeah, it's extremely lonely.
And then also sad to see that not many young girls or women are participating or taking the course at the university in Juba when you were when you became a part of the university as well. So for me, Go Girls ICT represents all of that. I think when I first got acquainted with you, that was the first thing I heard about ICT, very largely like that.
What?
honest to God. Go
Eva,
Girls
Eva, we need to have a
ICT
dinner.
was the first. About ICT, I got into ICT because of you and Eva, because of the communications we made. I came to Go Girls ICT events.
Yes,
Exactly. You had
am I growing old? Like
that's
I must not
exactly how
remember.
it came
Yeah,
about. That's
yeah,
how I
yeah,
even got
yeah.
interested in that space, because
Uh-huh.
you and Eva were a part of it. Of course, not as deeply as you and her involved, but yeah, that's where my interest started. And we met a long time ago, by the way.
I know,
It is
right?
not. It was not recent. It was a
It's not
long
actually recent, but it
time
looks
ago.
recent.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
Since then, since you founded Go Girls ICT, how do you see how much change or transformation has happened since then?
Oops. A lot. A lot. I think in terms of transformation, I think I will first start with us. Like when we began, I remember the first time so when we founded Go Girls and we were talking to the university students, we actually came to realize the problem is deeper. It just doesn't start at the university. And that led us to Atlabara West Primary School. I think I can use that Atlabara. No, it's Atlabara West Basic School, but it's a primary school next to the university. And the reason why we went to that primary school was really to understand, like, where is the cause of the problem? Because from the interactions that we've had with the girls that were within our reach, the ones at the university, we've realized it's more deeper than just all these girls facing these challenges here at the university. So that took us actually to primary school, to Atlabara. I think there was a time we took half day with Eva to just sit at the school. So we went to the school, introduced ourselves, sat with the deputy head teacher. Oh, may God rest his soul in peace. He was the first person who gave us a chance. He was like, I want to listen to you, and I want to see what you are proposing, and I want to see how that can work out. And our first ever activity of actually bringing primary schools was in that school, in Atlabara West Basic School. And when we had that first event we had the teachers, we had to show them ICT and how mathematics and ICT are one, how physics and ICT are one, like just the basics.
Yeah.
Because our idea was if the girls that we are having at the university are having so many challenges in even interpreting some of these concepts, then it has to do so much with our education curriculum. So where's the problem coming from? What are the struggles of these teachers? For us, we felt that was very important. And we're like, within our means, how can we come in to show ourselves to these girls? Because we also realized when we're looking at, you see the charts where they're showing you girls, the number of girls from primary 1, 2 are very many. And then when you're going to P7, the numbers are dropping. So we also wanted to really understand what are some of those challenges. And of course, others we understood maybe it's school fees, there are issues of culture. Others it's just a struggle of how the environment is. And with that, within Go Girls, remember we are tech. During that time, we met a friend who was also from tech. But we came to realize she was very good with counseling, like really counseling. So she joined our team as the third person. She's always like the silent denominator, but very active. So in terms of counseling students, she handles that. If the issue is up to the parent, she's the one who handles the counseling. Yeah. But from 2015 to now, everyone is almost talking about ICT. Yes. During then, it sounded very alien. Yeah. It sounded very, very alien. I even remember when we went for the Innovation Challenge, the Youth Innovation Challenge organized by UNDP in 2016. Yes. I felt as Go Girls, we had to force ourselves through to even be the third, because nobody understood the correlation between peace building and ICT. And for us, we are bringing our argument that in today's world, you can't talk about peace without talking about ICTs. When there are so many tools that contribute to peace building. Yes. And how technology is used can lead to violence. So we really placed a case, I think, for them to even give us the third position.
You did?
Yes. We had to bring in a case. And I remember Eva had traveled for her master's, but she was like, why is it so hard for people not to see it? And I think that innovation challenge completely flipped everything. Because the following innovation challenge, UNDP was now very open. And I remember the call was now to different ideas in ICT. And before we know it, we were having the conversation. I remember it was Kimberly. Oh, I miss that woman. Then
she was amazing.
I felt like she was the fire and the energy behind us.
She gave the push for, ICT Accelerators Lab.
Yes. Yeah. So we had a meeting. It was me, Kimberly, then Judy Wakayu. She was from Peace and Social Cohesion Project back then that was funding us. So I remember in that room, it was the three of us. And it was like, now when we look at what Go Girls is doing, and then the next innovation challenge, we were mentors. Mm-hmm. And the success of it, I think it's time South Sudan has an accelerator lab. Mm. So the conversation began in a 1-hour meeting. And then they're like, we'll just keep you in the loop on how this conversation goes. Kim went and presented to the leadership of UNDP. And then before we know it, the accelerator lab was established. I remember when it was established, they wrote me and said, we want you to be in charge. But I told them, if I move inside, I can't do what I'm doing outside.
Right.
So, no, it's okay. Yes. So the accelerator lab was now born, and all of a sudden we have innovation challenges.
Yes.
All over South Sudan and from all corners.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. And I don't want to speed it up, but in interest of time,
yes,
you said something very important. You said, if I become in charge in there, I will not be able to do what I'm doing on the outside here. But since then, you have been appointed you've had quite a few titles come your way.
Yeah,
and you've been a part of big rooms. You've been sitting on big tables. Why accept those ones?
Not that one.
Yes. Why was it different?
No. Okay. I think it's the fact that these other responsibilities are more in the public light. And for me, I feel if I'm in the public light, I have an upper hand to continue to advocate for the things that I still care for.
Yes.
But still, let's take an example, for example, the Innovation Pod. The Innovation Pod being on the board of trustees still leads back to the work that we've been doing as Go Girls, because that's the foundation of how we were able to lobby for those resources to establish an Innovation Pod in South Sudan. So I was like, if I was already inside, I'm sure the track record of that we've done as Go Girls wouldn't exist. And maybe South Sudan wouldn't have had an Innovation Pod. So it was very easy to present a case that a case by UNDP, because that's what, that look from 2016 when we met the Go Girls, this is the track record.
Yeah.
So what if we give more for the country? What else could happen? And that was how we were able to secure the funding for the Unipod. So for me, when I look at Unipod and the concept behind, which is supposed to be a place which turns ideas of students, of the public into products. But of course, products which are geared towards solving problems within our community, I feel like I love to see that rather than just, I don't want to say being caged in a room with the rules and conditions, with do this, do that. It's like, I feel like it will, if I'm there,
what it would have been like.
It will not give me the room to try out, the room to explore, even accessibility. Because in all these roles, Eva, the number of people I meet, I wouldn't have met if I was this.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yes.
And how has it been being a member of the board of the NCA? The youngest, might I add, since you were appointed, I think it was 2021?
Yes.
Yes, since you were appointed until now, you're still the youngest member of the board. Yes. How has it been?
I think it has been beautiful. I can say beautiful, but there are so many things that I think I learned and And I'm still learning because now we have new members. So it's like every relationship that you build with people leads you to something different. But for me, I think the overall is, I called it the intergenerational exchange of knowledge and ideas. So from all these other elderly people, there's always somebody who knows something that you didn't hear about.
Yes.
So you'd always say like, no, we did this way, this way, this way. So it's like you're given an opportunity to take notes and go and do your own, I always call it your own learning, based on the experiences, based on their lessons. And from time to time, they're always telling me, it's this, but we don't know how you think.
Yes.
Or what's your perspective about this? So for me, I think I loved, from a young person's perspective, how do you see this? How do you want us to approach this? And for me, I think that's where the beauty comes in, that I'm learning from them. And it's like you're learning, you're filtering, and you're like, okay, this works.
Yes.
So for me, I feel like life gave me an opportunity really to be in that room. Because when I look at the Yine, before I was in that board and the things that I've learned, I would never get them from class.
Yeah.
I would never.
What would be, first, before I ask you for your message to young girls or young women, I think it was last year when you took charge of the innovation hub, I think innovation incubators at at the event Connecting South Sudan. And I remember looking at you, you were on stage, you had all these young men and women who had amazing ideas. And they came on to present it, and you were in charge. It was your segment.
I loved it.
And you were so proud in presenting this. Last year, there was IACO was involved, and then the ATU, the African Telecommunications Union, were also involved in Connecting South Sudan. You were so proud, and you kept in touch with both the ATU and IACO as well. What is it like to have, to network and also present a piece of your country to people like that? Because I'm sure you've been to events in other countries where they're showcasing their own potential and talent and so on. This might have been the first time where we've actually had an event in ICT that was showcasing South Sudan talent and potential and innovation in technology. What was that like for you?
Too many mixed emotions. But I think for me, it's the height. The height of it was the fact that we were able to now create our own national platform to advocate for the things that we care about.
Yes.
Because in all these different events that we've attended, it's like all those countries are in charge. First of all, they're in charge of their ecosystem. Two, they are focusing on building their ecosystem. So for us who have gone to participate, it's like you're contributors to help other people shape their ecosystem. And they're always take-homes for their ministries, for their governments, for their presidents. So for me, I felt like we had finally arrived, that we had created a center stage to say, look, the South Sudan that people see 10 years ago, that there are no ideas, there are no skills, the skills are there. And this stage that we are showcasing these different skills and different ideas, this is what we want. And I felt that also, that platform itself became an opportunity to now look deeper into what can the ministry do, what can the regulator do.
Yes.
And towards the end of last year, and I think up to this year, that's where the strategic plan of NCA actually came in. Because it was not only about just hosting or having the platform for these young people to showcase, but it was also to show us what are the challenges that these young innovators are facing? What are the limitations? How can they be supported? And how can the regulator strategically and the ministry position themselves to actually create opportunity for such kind of mushrooming talent in the country?
Amazing.
Yes.
Are we going to have some answers, some sort of improvement in the next Connecting South Sudan?
So to start with, I think the fact that I was going to say governments, but I think most governments always, something has to be turned into a policy that guides how things are being implemented. And the fact that I'm on the board of the NCA, remember 1st August this year, we launched the strategic plan of NCA. And that strategic plan points at 4 main objectives. There is the first, which focuses on bridging the digital divide for meaningful connectivity. But my interest is on strategic objective 2, because that speaks to us young people, which is catalyzing the growth of the digital economy. And that's directly to how do we create framework, how do we bring all these talents and support them to grow within the ecosystem.
Amazing.
So that has been captured. And in the following, actually it has been captured in the strategic plan. And because I was there during the budgeting process, it has also been captured on how that has to be implemented. So I'm also looking forward to see when the period, the 4 years period of implementing this strategic plan ends, what have we achieved? What have we not achieved? And I'm looking at that as somebody who is part of the ecosystem, whether I'm on the board or not on the board, I am still. And even if I show you my notes around that point, everyone was laughing at me because I had tiny writings of almost every single segment. Because I was like, as I'm reading, I said, Yine, you know you've contributed to this, you want this to come to life. Even every single day, if not every single week, young people walk to my office at Go Girls with ideas.
Wow.
And that's a challenge already. So for me, I'm thinking, all these beautiful ideas, all these beautiful solutions these young people are building, how do we make sure they benefit the population? How do you make sure they solve the problems that these young people are intending to solve?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's so important that you were appointed on the board. I think it was important that it's you.
Thank you.
And it was
South Sudan needs me.
Yes. Yes, because for one, you're able to connect with young people. Also, this is what you do. You understand it more than anyone else, and your expertise were so important to this. Even to have you at Connecting South Sudan and for it to go back into the boardroom and translate into something else to where strategy and policy are required, I think that's exactly why you are needed in that room.
I should say I want to thank the young people for trusting me.
We trust you. We expect even more from you. So I'm expecting that you'll come back here again. And
as somebody else?
And with new titles, let's say that, longer resume.
Maybe let me shake my hand. Let's shake to that.
A better title, bigger title, longer resume.
Let's see what the universe has.
Definitely. And then more answers, solutions, policy.
Absolutely. I believe so too.
Yes. So before I wrap up, I just want to hear what you would say to young girls that are going to watch this and they are the shy Yine when they were young, or they're the first girl borns in their families, and there's so much happening, and they're saying the same thing that too much Yine said back in the day. It's too much. Or, just girls aspiring to be engineer Yine or honorable Yine, boardroom Yine.
Yeah, they should be.
What would you say?
I was going to say, I have one word for them. I think I will tell them, keep trying. Keep trying. There are so many setbacks. I think just being a girl, you face so many challenges, but never give up on yourself. Never. Even where I am, I've not given up on myself. I face challenges. I always tell girls, I face challenges every day.
Yes.
But never give up. Me, I always have, maybe it's my name, because my name means hope. So I'm always very hopeful that tomorrow will be better than today, no matter what.
Yeah.
And I just live by it. And it has worked.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
As for me, first, thank you for coming on the show. I'm so happy you came on.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and
I love being I love being hosted by you, Eva. Really, you're amazing. Like
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I really loved having you on the show. I think it's the first time that we went in depth of who Yine actually is, all the way from back in the day. So I'm really glad you told your story here.
I'm glad
Yeah,
you
I'm
created
really
this
happy.
platform too. I'm
And
really glad.
I'm looking forward to exploring more of what you do in the future as well.
There's a lot.
I'm going to take a few words from your own story to wrap up this episode. You go girls. Thank you for watching.